Have you ever felt truly alone, as if no one could understand what you're going through? Solitude can often feel like an unwelcome guest. We fear it, avoid it, and sometimes run from it. But what if I told you that solitude, though feared, can be a blessing in disguise? An opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and even spiritual transformation? Today, we will explore the role of spirituality in accepting solitude and how it can guide us toward a deeper connection with ourselves and the divine. Together, we will uncover how moments of quiet isolation can open pathways to the wisdom, healing, and inner peace you've been seeking. Sparkles. Let's begin this journey by understanding how solitude is not a punishment, but a spiritual calling. What if your moments of solitude were not accidents, but invitations? Invitations from the universe to pause, to reflect, and to reconnect with something greater than yourself. In many spiritual traditions, solitude is not seen as a punishment, but as a calling, a divine whisper asking you to step away from the noise and listen to your inner voice. Throughout history, we see examples of spiritual leaders and mystics who deliberately sought solitude to deepen their connection with the divine. Think of Jesus in the desert, spending 40 days in isolation, not to escape the world, but to prepare for his mission, to clarify his purpose. Or consider Buddha under the Bodhi tree, meditating alone until he reached enlightenment. These great spiritual figures didn't fear solitude, they embraced it, knowing that within that quiet space lay the answers to life's deepest questions. Solitude is often misunderstood as loneliness. But true solitude is different. It's a sacred space where we step away from external distractions and tune into the frequency of our soul. It's an opportunity to listen to the inner voice, the one that is often drowned out by the noise of the outside world. It is in this silence that we reconnect with the divine within us. In these moments, we can find clarity. We begin to see our lives, our purpose, and our spiritual path with fresh eyes. This is why many spiritual traditions encourage times of silence and retreat, because it is in solitude that we are most open to spiritual awakening. We begin to shed the layers of who we thought we were, and step into who we truly are. But solitude can be uncomfortable. The silence may seem overwhelming at first, and the absence of external validation can make us feel uneasy. Yet, it is precisely this discomfort that signals the beginning of transformation. Solitude pushes us to confront the truths we have been avoiding, the emotions we have been suppressing, and the desires we have been neglecting. To accept solitude is to accept that you are on a spiritual journey, one that requires moments of stillness. It's an acknowledgement that your soul is calling you to go deeper, to explore the parts of yourself that have been left undiscovered. So, the next time you find yourself alone, rather than filling the void with distractions, consider this. Could this be your invitation? Could this be the moment when the universe is guiding you to step back, reflect, and connect with the divine presence that is always with you? As we continue, we will dive deeper into how solitude, when embraced, can become a powerful process of healing, leading us to confront our shadows and discover our inner light. There is a deep truth hidden within solitude, a truth that many of us try to avoid. In solitude, we come face to face with our inner selves, with the parts of us that are often buried beneath the distractions and busyness of everyday life. And in this stillness, a process of healing begins. Healing, in a spiritual sense, is not just about fixing what is broken, but about integrating what has been lost, ignored, or wounded within us. Solitude provides a sacred space for this process to unfold, allowing us to confront our shadows, the fears, traumas, and vulnerabilities that we may have been reluctant to face. It's in this confrontation that true healing happens. Imagine solitude as entering an inner cave. In this cave, the darkness represents our unacknowledged pain, the parts of ourselves we'd rather not look at. But here's the paradox. It is only in the depths of this cave that we can discover our light. When we are willing to sit with our discomfort, to stay present with our pain, we begin to understand that these shadows are not meant to be feared. They are part of our wholeness. They carry the lessons we need to grow, to heal, and to awaken. In solitude, we may experience emotions that surface unexpectedly: grief, anger, sadness. It is in these moments that we are given a choice: to numb ourselves with distractions or to lean into the experience, and allow healing to take place. The beauty of solitude is that it strips away the noise, the external validations, and the constant search for approval. It is just you and your truth. And in that truth, you find the strength to heal. When we embrace solitude, we open the door to emotional and spiritual regeneration. It's as if we are giving ourselves permission to pause, to breathe, and to release the emotional burdens we've been carrying. This process can be uncomfortable, yes, but it is through this discomfort that we break free from the patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. Solitude is not a punishment, but a portal for healing. These words remind us that our time alone is a sacred opportunity to listen to the needs of our soul. In solitude, we can hear the voice of our inner child, who may still be carrying wounds from the past. We can listen to the quiet whispers of our heart, asking for forgiveness, for release, for love. This is a time to tend to those wounds, to offer ourselves the kindness and compassion we so freely give to others. The act of healing in solitude is not about finding quick fixes or immediate solutions. It is about allowing ourselves to be, to sit with whatever arises, to honor the process of inner transformation, and to trust that, even in the quiet, we are being guided toward wholeness. As you continue on this journey of solitude, know that each moment of discomfort is a step toward freedom. Each moment of silence is a chance to hear your own heart speak. And each moment of solitude is a gift, a space where healing can take root and bloom. Next, we will explore how, in moments of solitude, we can deepen our connection with the divine and feel the presence of the sacred guiding us through these times. In moments of solitude, when the world grows quiet, something extraordinary begins to happen. We become aware of the presence of the divine. It is in these still moments that we realize we are never truly alone. Although physically separated from others, we are always spiritually connected to a greater force, the universe, God, or the supreme energy that permeates all things. Throughout history, nearly every spiritual tradition has emphasized the importance of solitude as a means of deepening one's relationship with the divine. For many, this connection is found in silence, where the distractions of the outer world fall away, leaving only the essence of our inner world. In the quiet, the divine presence becomes tangible, like a gentle whisper that can only be heard when everything else is still. Think of the mystics who withdrew into the wilderness, monks who retreated to silent monasteries, or sages who meditated in caves. They sought solitude not to escape life, but to encounter a deeper reality, to commune with the sacred. In these moments of solitude, they found profound peace, clarity, and the answers to life's deepest mysteries. You too can find this connection. Even in the solitude of your own home, or a quiet walk in nature, you can open yourself to the divine presence. Through spiritual practices like meditation and prayer, you can create a space within yourself where the sacred can enter. Meditation allows you to quiet the mind and attune to the subtle vibrations of the universe, while prayer opens a direct line of communication with the divine, allowing you to express your innermost desires, fears, and hopes. It is often in solitude that we realize the divine has been with us all along. The sacred presence does not abandon us in times of isolation. It is there, waiting for us to become still enough to feel it. The beauty of solitude is that it strips away all external noise, leaving us with nothing but the profound stillness where the divine resides. In this stillness, we come to understand that we are held, supported, and loved by a force greater than ourselves. No matter how alone you may feel in your solitude, the divine is always with you. In fact, it is in these moments that the connection grows stronger, because when we are alone, we can hear the sacred whisper more clearly. Solitude is not the absence of the divine, it is an invitation to deepen your connection with it. So, in your moments of solitude, allow yourself to be present with the sacred. Sit in silence, open your heart, and know that you are not alone. The divine is always there, guiding, loving, and embracing you, even in the quietest and loneliest moments. Next, we will explore the value of silence itself, and how it can become a powerful teacher, guiding us toward inner wisdom and growth. In moments of solitude, when the world grows quiet, something extraordinary begins to happen. We become aware of the presence of the divine. It is in these still moments that we realize we are never truly alone. Although physically separated from others, We are always spiritually connected to a greater force, the universe, God, or the supreme energy that permeates all things. Throughout history, nearly every spiritual tradition has emphasized the importance of solitude as a means of deepening one's relationship with the divine. For many, this connection is found in silence, where the distractions of the outer world fall away, leaving only the essence of our inner world. In the quiet, the divine presence becomes tangible, like a gentle whisper that can only be heard when everything else is still. Think of the mystics who withdrew into the wilderness, monks who retreated to silent monasteries, or sages who meditated in caves. They sought solitude not to escape life, but to encounter a deeper reality, to commune with the sacred. In these moments of solitude, they found profound peace, clarity, and the answers to life's deepest mysteries. You too can find this connection. Even in the solitude of your own home, or a quiet walk in nature, you can open yourself to the divine presence. Through spiritual practices like meditation and prayer, you can create a space within yourself where the sacred can enter. Meditation allows you to quiet the mind and attune to the subtle vibrations of the universe, while prayer opens a direct line of communication with the divine, allowing you to express your innermost desires, fears, and hopes. It is often in solitude that we realize the divine has been with us all along. The sacred presence does not abandon us in times of isolation. It is there, waiting for us to become still enough to feel it. The beauty of solitude is that it strips away all external noise, leaving us with nothing but the profound stillness where the divine resides. In this stillness, we come to understand that we are held, supported, and loved by a force greater than ourselves. No matter how alone you may feel in your solitude, the divine is always with you. In fact, it is in these moments that the connection grows stronger, because when we are alone, we can hear the sacred whisper more clearly. Solitude is not the absence of the divine, it is an invitation to deepen your connection with it. So, in your moments of solitude, allow yourself to be present with the sacred. Sit in silence, open your heart, and know that you are not alone. The divine is always there, guiding, loving, and embracing you, even in the quietest and loneliest moments. Next, we will explore the value of silence itself, and how it can become a powerful teacher, guiding us toward inner wisdom and growth. One of the most profound lessons solitude teaches us is the art of detachment. In a world that constantly encourages us to seek validation from others, solitude offers a refreshing alternative. The opportunity to detach from the need for external approval and to cultivate a deep sense of self-sufficiency. When we are alone, without the distractions of other people's opinions or societal expectations, we begin to see ourselves more clearly. In this space of solitude, we are no longer performing for anyone, we are simply being. And it is here that we can practice letting go of our reliance on external forces to define our worth. Detachment doesn't mean that we stop caring about others or our relationships. Instead, it means that we stop attaching our sense of identity, happiness, or fulfillment to things outside of ourselves. Solitude shows us that true spiritual freedom comes from within, from knowing that we are enough, exactly as we are, without needing the world to confirm it for us. We often seek fulfillment in our relationships, careers, or material success. But in moments of solitude, we learn that these things, while important, cannot fill the deeper void within us. It is in solitude that we realize the most important connection is the one we have with our own spirit and with the divine. True spiritual freedom is born when we detach from what is outside and connect with what is inside. In solitude, we detach from the need for constant activity, validation, and distractions. We begin to understand that our value doesn't come from how others perceive us but from the essence of who we are. This shift brings a sense of peace and liberation that no external success or relationship can provide. Solitude invites us to practice emotional self-sufficiency. It encourages us to fill our own cup, to nourish our own soul, and to seek fulfillment from within. When we master this, we are no longer dependent on others to provide us with the love, recognition, or approval we seek. We become whole, standing firmly in our own light. In this detachment, we find a deeper connection to the divine. We realize that we are never truly alone because we are always connected to something greater. This spiritual freedom allows us to move through the world with grace and confidence, knowing that our worth is inherent and eternal. Next, we will explore how we can transform solitude into a tool for spiritual and personal growth through practical spiritual exercises and mindful practices. Solitude, when approached with intention, can become one of the most powerful tools for personal and spiritual growth. Rather than seeing it as a void or a space to fill with distractions, we can transform solitude into a fertile ground for self-discovery, mindfulness, and connection with the divine. The key is learning how to use this time consciously, with an open heart and mind. To begin, it helps to see solitude not as isolation but as a space of inner exploration. Solitude provides a unique opportunity to step back from the constant flow of life and examine the deeper aspects of ourselves. With no external voices guiding us, we can tune into our inner voice and start to explore who we are at our core. But how do we make this a practice of growth? Here are a few spiritual practices that can help you transform solitude into a tool for personal evolution. Meditation. One of the most profound ways to embrace solitude is through meditation. In stillness, we quiet the mind and connect to a deeper awareness. Start small. Just a few minutes of sitting in silence can create a sense of peace and clarity. As you develop the practice, your ability to sit with yourself in solitude will grow, and you'll notice a stronger connection to your inner self and the divine. Reflective writing. Solitude is the perfect time to journal. Writing down your thoughts, emotions, and experiences during moments of isolation can help you process what's happening inside. It's a way of having a conversation with yourself, uncovering your desires, fears, and dreams. This reflective practice can lead to deep insights and personal growth, as you begin to notice patterns and uncover truths about your life. Solitary walks in nature. Nature offers a beautiful space for solitary reflection. Walking alone in nature allows you to disconnect from the noise of daily life and reconnect with the rhythms of the earth. As you walk, let go of the need to think or solve problems. Simply observe, notice the trees, the sky, the sounds. These walks often provide moments of clarity and connection to something greater than ourselves. Mindfulness practices. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment. Whether it's through mindful breathing, eating, or simply sitting quietly, these practices help anchor you in the present, allowing you to fully experience solitude without fear or anxiety. The more you practice mindfulness, the more comfortable you'll become with being alone, and the more you'll grow from the experience. To further integrate solitude into your spiritual journey, try this simple exercise. Set aside a time each day to be completely alone, without distractions. Sit in silence and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Don't try to change them, just notice. Over time, this practice will help you become more comfortable with solitude, and you'll begin to see it not as an absence, but as a rich and meaningful space for growth. Solitude is a gift, offering the chance to grow in ways that constant activity and connection cannot provide. In this sacred space, you have the opportunity to plant the seeds of self-awareness, spiritual growth, and inner peace. As we come to the end of this journey, it's important to remember that solitude is not a punishment, it is a gift, an essential part of the spiritual path. In moments of quiet isolation, we are given the space to grow, to heal, and to transform. It is within these silent spaces that we discover the deepest truths about ourselves and our connection to the divine. Solitude is where we begin to see life more clearly. It's where we shed old layers, release what no longer serves us, and prepare for the next version of ourselves to emerge. Every moment of stillness, every breath in silence, is an invitation to become more aligned with our true nature and our soul's purpose. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Though solitude may feel challenging at times, it is a powerful tool for self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Embrace it, and trust that in the stillness, you are being guided towards something greater. The solitude you feel now is the space needed for the next version of yourself to bloom. As you move forward, take the lessons solitude has offered you and carry them into your daily life. Use the silence, the stillness, and the detachment to grow, to heal, and to reconnect with the divine within. The journey is ongoing, but with solitude as your guide, you are ready for whatever comes next. As you reflect on the gifts that solitude brings to your spiritual journey, remember that this is only the beginning. There are so many layers to unravel, so many more opportunities for growth and transformation. If you found value in today's message, be sure to subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll stay connected to a community of spiritual seekers like yourself, those who are ready to embrace every phase of their journey. And if you're ready to take your spiritual exploration even deeper, be sure to continue with our next video. It's all about how life's challenges, the chaos, and the unexpected twists can actually be powerful catalysts for spiritual growth. Sometimes, the moments that feel most overwhelming are the very ones that push us toward awakening. Don't miss it. There's profound wisdom waiting for you.